This conference will now be recorded.
We're calling this meeting to order. I'm going to do a roll call vote. Make sure everybody who's here, please say here or yes or whatever. Helga?
Here.
Cynthia?
Here.
Barb?
Here.
Rob?
Here.
Myself, I'm here. Kim?
Oh,
Edith? Edith so far is not here. No Becky?
No, Becky.
Elaine is here.
yes, right.
And Dave is here.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
Is
get
there
down.
something you want to?
Come on.
So I had invited John Mills because he inquired about making a donation to the library. I didn't hear back about that, but I just found out that in the Erie County budget, John Mills pushed through something where every library in his district is going to be receiving $2,000. So that's
Nice.
great.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a little
That
bit bigger than the hot dog.
beats the 500.
Yeah.
Send
So
back
I'll
to
be
the
sending my
Christmas
thank
party.
you note on behalf of the board.
Great.
Yeah. So, I had invited him if he wanted to make an announcement or say anything, but he couldn't show up today. So, so that was that first little thing.
Oh, that was very nice.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. We had the secretary's report, the report from the October 7th meeting. Everybody got a copy of the minutes? Do we have any questions or changes?
Nope.
Can I get a motion to accept?
So moved.
That's you, Rob?
Yep.
I'll second. Elaine.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a second.
And Edith has just joined us.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Yeah, but I missed the attendance.
It's okay. It's recorded,
right.
so I can.
I got
repeat
it.
Okay.
Okay,
And
Edith, we just approved the secretary report, October 7th minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, we had a motion from Rob and a second from Elaine,
Okay.
and all ayes and no nays. So the motion is carried. Okay, the second report is from October 25th. That's the
Yep.
policy committee meeting minutes.
Yep.
Do we have any changes or questions on that? If not, can I get a motion to accept?
I'll move, Barb.
Okay. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Cynthia? All in favor, say yes.
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 Opposed? The motion is carried. Moving on to the financial report. Okay. Anything here we should be looking at? Abby, what's the BECPL? Is that something we pay them every quarter or something, or did we buy something from them or what?
There was two things in that BECPL. One was our quarterly purchases for books and materials. Also, the rest was the purchase of the DVD shelves that we had previously approved. The bill just finally came and we
Okay.
paid. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Such a complaint group. I gotta find where was I? Can I get a motion to accept the financial report?
I'll make a motion, Helga.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Is that
Cynthia?
you, Cynthia?
Cynthia?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? The motion is carried. Okay, Abby, over to you.
Okay, so on to about staffing. Leslie Carr, our part-time senior page, accepted another position at the Hamburg Library, and she left on November 5th. We hired Jen O'Mara as the new part-time page. She began on November 6th. And I hope to hire another part-time page soon, and we'll see how that goes. I think I've passed all the deadlines, though, for the end of the year, so it probably won't be until sometime next year.
Mm.
Also, as a note, a staff member had an injury at work. We've filled out the proper paperwork and are working with the system for anything that they need. Okay, COVID-19, we're still in stage 4 of our reopening plan. The county is currently requiring masks in all county buildings and actually in all indoor venues. So out of an abundance of caution and due to the extremely low vaccination rate in the community and rising positivity rates, we plan to maintain the mask mandate in the library to help protect our most vulnerable patrons. Oh, and then as a note, on November 23rd, Erie County reinstated the indoor mask requirement. So it's making it a moot point.
So we were prescient in
Yeah.
our being consistent in what we did. So kudos to everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, unlike other libraries who maybe had some complaints when the masks got reinstated, we never had that.
No, thank you,
Made it
Abby.
easier for
Thank
us
you
because
very
we can
much.
point that we've had masks since we reopened.
Yes.
Do you guys have any questions about that or anything else we're doing here in the library?
For
No.
COVID? No.
Yeah. So programs, we are still doing the kids make and take crafts. We've got the young adult and adult evening book clubs. I met with Senator Patrick Galvin and members of the Collins Town Board and members of the Town of Collins Bicentennial Committee for a proclamation in honor of the Town of Collins Bicentennial back in October. We attempted our first adult craft program, both as in-person and an online take and make kit in November. And most patrons for that one wanted to attend in person. It went very well. We did multiple sessions with limited numbers. We were able to space everybody out. It went pretty smoothly. And our next one is next Saturday.
Hey, can I roll back a little minute?
Yeah.
What did you do with Galvin? You did a proclamation?
He
What's
did a
that mean?
proclamation
I
for
mean,
the
you salute and people stand up and twirl around? Or-
Oh, come on.
presented a pretty piece of paper to the town.
We
And-
did? You did?
No, Senator Galvin
Okay,
for the
thank you.
town's bicentennial. I attended as a
Okay.
member of the library and part of the bicentennial committee. You know, they took pictures, shook hands, all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
no, I didn't know that he was doing that.
Yeah. So sign up for the kids programs have improved, but attendance isn't always matching the signups, which is, frustrating for us. Our 3D printer was fixed. A big thank you to Jay, and we hope to start training the new staff and bringing people in so that they can use it again soon. Also in November, we partnered with the Department of Corrections, who did a table hiring event out in our lobby.
What's that mean? A table hiring event?
Yeah, what is
They
that?
came with information about applying to work for the Department of Corrections. They set up in our lobby, talked to anybody who came in or who wanted to know more.
Oh, it was their hiring. Okay.
Yeah. In October, we had 5 in-library programs with 23 attendees, 1 virtual program with 3 attendees, 5 videos were posted with 303 views. We had no one-on-ones, and we gave out 70 take and makes. In November, we had 9 in-library programs with 40 attendees, no virtual programs, so no attendees.
Oh, gosh.
Videos were posted with 154 views, and there was 1 one-on-one, and 87 take and makes were given out. In October, our Wi-Fi logins were 208, and November it was 182. Do you guys have any other questions about the programs?
No.
No, are these numbers always too late to make it into the minutes, or do I have old minutes?
No, they're always too late. Unfortunately, we don't get them until, usually like the first or second of the month. So, the
Maybe we
second
could
half,
find another way to get them in the minutes, because it's not helpful to keep the minutes if we don't have the, you know,
Right.
what I mean? Maybe we have a look back or,
well, that's why I announce them. And I have them filled in when I send them to Edith on her copy.
yeah, I know, but that's, um,
Unfortunately, you know, like our meeting is so early in the month that I send out the agenda before that.
Mm.
I mean, I could easily send them out in an email. if
no,
you guys want.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, for example, I like to keep copies of the minutes, right? So it, it doesn't make any sense to have in a quote unquote official document that has all blanks. Maybe your numbers should always be 2 months behind, as opposed to pretending we know,
Yeah,
Well,
good idea.
you know?
When they
Yeah,
go
good
into the
idea.
minutes, they're in there because I have them in time for the minutes. They're just not on the agenda.
Yeah.
Does that make
Why
sense?
don't
So if you
you
look at your
email-
minutes,
email Holly a copy after I give it to you,
yeah,
because the numbers will all be in there.
yeah. So when you look at our minutes from October, you can see it's all filled in for September, which is our official document, and August. And I just, you know, I'd like to give you guys the most up-to-date numbers I have, just so you guys can see what's going on. But I leave the blanks there so you guys are able to fill them in as I announce them. They'll also be sent out when we have the draft of the minutes, and I can start sending that out earlier if you'd like.
Hey,
Get that dog before that dog gets you.
Um,
Yeah,
It's a circus. She's been home all day by herself. And it's,
so I guess what you're saying is when you send out the minutes to approve next meeting, they'll be on there and that's, yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
yeah.
all right.
Okay. So next is the sports share play down your fines. As of 11/26, we had 7 families take out the sports equipment and 6 children clear their accounts since the beginning of the year. In December, actually, we expect some of the kids' snowshoes have become available, the smaller size for kids. I forgot what the size was, but the smaller size.
Yeah.
And we have also purchased for our library things 2 sets of adult snowshoes so that adults can go out and enjoy the activities with the kids. We
Good.
expect, or we hope for the larger kid size to arrive sometime in the next month or two, shipping delays and all that sort of stuff.
yeah.
So on to building projects, our favorite.
Oh, wow.
The roof began 11/8 and was completed by 11/15. And we've received photos from the engineering firm of the work from above and what areas were repaired and the plywood. The LED, the panel lights were installed on the 18th of October and the 20th. The canister lights that were ordered were the wrong size. They had to be sent back and reordered. And they arrived on November 5th, and we are waiting for the electrician to have room in his schedule again to start that installation. The pendulum lights have been ordered. I do have an updated delivery time frame. They're expected in middle January.
Ooh.
So, and then we'll see how long it takes those to get installed. Those are going to be obviously much bigger and more complicated than the, you know, canister and panel lights, but we're on our way.
Even the panel lights are more complicated?
Oh, no, the panel lights aren't those are in.
Yeah,
Those
okay.
are done. But yeah, just the pendulum lights. We'll see how long that one takes. Any
Abby,
questions about
I was not, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was on in terms of the building project, there was a library, town/library building and grounds committee meeting on December 1st, which I had hoped to attend. As it turns out, I was not able to. We just got back from Florida and I was not able to make it. But I did talk to Kenny prior to the meeting, let him know, or asked him, he wanted to know if there's anything we had to offer. And I said, well, I know the roof was done and the lighting upgrades were underway and so on. But I did mention some kind of a gutter guard for the gutters, the brand new gutters that should be, it's kind of too late for now. The leaves are all down, but this should be something that's put on the to-do or wish list. So we're not having people climbing the roofs on ladders or our maintenance person.
You're kidding? It didn't come with the with the gutters in 2021.
Apparently not.
$100,000 doesn't get you much anymore.
Oh, whoa.
Wow.
Oh my.
Wow.
I don't think gutter guards are standard. I had
Well,
some put on.
I didn't think we were
Had gutters-
buying standard.
Pardon?
I didn't think we were buying standard. You know what I mean? We specifically wanted to change the gutters, and we specifically said gutter guards when we had that little look-see that day. Right, Abby, when we were outside?
Well, if it was in the contract, of course, it should have been done and
Yeah.
could be followed up. But if
Yeah.
it's not in the contract,
No, I'm
I
sure.
don't think you'd.
But we can get a
Yeah. price.
I know there's an outfit over in Silver Creek that did ours. I certainly can, we
But
can
it's
get
still the town.
Yeah, I get it, but I just so we have an idea,
Yeah.
Ken thinks it's going to be, it's going to be open to discussion and negotiation probably like everything else.
So you did talk to him about it.
Well, I just told him that's something that we thought was important and it wasn't
Yeah.
done, and that should be on the table for future revisitation.
Oh, brother. Especially in the back. I mean, it's probably the lack of gutter guards that got us in the position that we got in the first place.
Exactly.
That tree hanging over the back, right?
Well, and Kenny laughed. You said, "Well, you should tell the custodian to cut his tree.
Yeah, sure.
Jimmy Smith's tree that's causing the issues, I guess."
Yeah.
Is there any other questions?
Edith, that doesn't need to go in the minutes.
No.
Just remember, we're being recorded.
Yeah.
Any other questions about the construction or building stuff?
Nope.
Cool.
Nope.
So we received the Riggs Fund distribution in early October. I did reach out to Andy Card regarding our planned purchases, and then I went ahead with the purchases and await the arrival of the materials. If anybody's interested, I can forward you what I've purchased so far. And we've paused purchasing through the end of the year, for Central, and I will, place more purchases in the new year.
How much did he contribute this year, Abby? I've forgotten.
Well, we received from the disbursement $537. I forgot how much he contributed.
That was the last meeting, wasn't it?
No. He usually contributes at the very end of the year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, didn't we hear already what he contributed? It seemed to me it was a pretty large amount.
Let me see, sorry.
Last year.
No, I thought that you had told us the amount in the last meeting.
Oh, I can look
Yes,
at
yeah, they tell us the amount well before we actually receive it for what we're going to be dispersed for. So Andy, back at the end of 2020, donated $3,000 to the fund. I haven't received any other word if he's donating again this year, but I would not be surprised if he donated more to the fund this year. Okay. Let's see. The updated library standards, these go into effect at the end of the year. The last big thing we need in place is that long-range plan. So I gotta get with the team on that one and get something pounded out. And then trustee training, something that's been on our radar for a little while. Governor Hochul finally signed into law the requirement that library trustees need to have 2 hours of training each year. It doesn't go into effect till January 2023, but I just want to put this on your radar. I'm sure we'll get some options from the system, but one of the easiest will be attending the Association of Contract Trustees meetings, particularly if they're offered remotely. You would be able to dial in or log in just like this and attend virtually, we hope. And that's all I have for my report. Does anybody have any other questions for me?
Good job, Abby.
Can I get a motion to approve the executive report? Anybody?
So
Rob?
moved.
Dave, was that you for second?
Fine, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So who moved?
You didn't, Rob moved and Dave
Got it. Thank you.
second. All in favor, say aye.
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 It's, the motion is carried. Committee reports?
Okay. So the safety folks did not meet because mask usage was already being required by the county and library system. There was no other health or safety changes that arose. We are going to plan to meet mid-January just to take a look at numbers and just have touch base, you know. The policy committee, we discussed proposed changes to the current policies. We have the minutes from that and you know what we discussed. And the planning committee, we're working on the long range plan. There was a survey out to the patrons and we got the results of that. And we're going to use that to inform our long range plan. And I think that's all we got.
Good.
You said here, the long-range plan, Abby, that you looking to finish it by the end of the year? And which year would that be?
2021.
How do you're not thinking that's gonna happen, are you?
I am hoping to have a draft. Even if it's
You're
not,
hoping to, have you got meetings scheduled yet?
I had sent out an email asking about availability and nobody responded.
Right.
So I was gonna,
Did you
I
send
said
out one of those little things that you check off, or was it just?
no,
an email?
it was just a note, an email and asking about availability. I'm gonna send something else out after this meeting. And we'll try to, you know, narrow it down a little bit more. And figure out how we can do it.
Okay. So now I guess we have policies, resolution. Right?
Yep,
Edith, do you want to read it or do you need me to read it? I don't know what you have there.
I have it.
Okay.
Can everybody hear me?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Resolution adopted by the Board of Trustees of the Town of Collins Public Library at the regular meeting of said Board of Trustees held via teleconference on the 9th day of December 2021 at 6 o'clock. I hereby certify that at a meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Town of Collins Public Library held by a teleconference on the 9th day of December 2021, a resolution was adopted of which the following is a true copy. Whereas the Town of Collins Public Library, as part of the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library adopted organizational competencies, the library has a process to establish new and to review standing policies to ensure that they remain timely and effective. And whereas the policy committee used this process to review and make recommendations which are reflected in the attached draft of the listed policies, now therefore be it resolved that the library operated under its plan of service in accordance with the provisions of education law and the regulations of the commissioner, and be it further resolved that the following list of policies were reviewed and accepted by the Board of Trustees. Town of Collins Public Library Safety Plan as written. Town of Collins Public Library Reopening Plan as written. Town of Collins Public Library Emergency Closing Codes updated to include the proposed changes. Town of Collins Public Library 3D Printer Procedure Policy updated to include proposed changes. Town of Collins Public Library Community Meeting Room Policy update to include proposed changes. Town of Collins Public Library Disposal of Obsolete or Surplus Property reviewed with no changes. Collins Public Library Fixed Assets Capitalization Policy reviewed with no changes. Town of Collins Public Library Investment Policy reviewed with no changes. Town of Collins Public Library Payment of Invoices Policy reviewed with no changes. Town of Collins Public Library Payment Voucher reviewed with no changes. Town of Collins Public Library Return Voucher Receipt reviewed with no changes. Town of Collins Public Library Procurement Policy reviewed with no changes. Town of Collins Public Library Rules of Conduct Policy reviewed with no changes. And Town of Collins Public Library Tutoring Policy reviewed with no changes. And
Can I get a motion to approve this resolution?
Elaine, I so move.
Okay, second?
Barb?
Second. Who was that, Barb?
Barb. Mhm.
Okay. We have to do a roll call vote on this.
yes,
Helga,
Yes.
Cynthia,
Yes.
Barb,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Kim's not here, Edith,
yes,
Becky's not here, Elaine,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
and I vote yes.
I think it passed.
The ayes have it. So the resolution is carried. New business?
Okay, you should all have this lovely depreciation schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any
We
questions
do.
about it? Nothing has been
Yeah.
added this year.
There's that.
But we do need it approved.
One moment, if you please. I can't seem to find, oh, here it is. No, here it isn't.
It would have come with the,
Yeah, I know. I sorted everything together and lost it somehow. Just give me 1 second.
That never happens.
Okay. Do we have questions on the depreciation schedule?
It's pretty depreciated to me.
If we have no changes, can I get a motion to accept? Changes, questions? Do you have any questions, anybody?
Not here.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to accept, Cynthia.
thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia, for the name.
Second, Dave.
Dave, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? The motion is carried. Okay, back to you, Abby.
okay, we asked Kim to join the claims audit committee just because she's in a lot with the kids and I figured she would be a really good fit. Because because I forgot to replace Annette after she left the board. So I looked and I'm like, who's in all the time? Kim. And she's accepted. And Barb and Cynthia are the other two on the committee, just for reference. We have 2 trustees' terms expiring at the end of the year, Barb and Helga, and the vacant position, and these would renew for 5 years. So, you guys want to stay?
Yes.
Please.
I,
Yes, please.
Okay.
Quick, I move it. Does it-
yeah.
So you two do need to go down to visit Becky sometime in the next month or so to sign the oath of office book.
Okay, will do.
Okay, and then at the beginning of the year, because we had very low funds in our discretionary fund or in our operating funds, we paid a large bill, our annual fire alarm contract, from our discretionary funds. And I'd like to request that these bills be reimbursed from the operating fund, as that's where it would have been paid from originally, had the funds been present. So it is the Johnson Controls annual fire alarm contract for $2,543.83, and it was originally paid on March 8th of 2021.
Okay, so Becky has to just do that transfer?
Yep. I don't know if we need a motion.
No, I don't think so. For an accounting function?
Okay, I don't know.
I shouldn't think so. Not
Okay,
spending.
cool. Okay, then next all I have is our proposed meeting dates for next year. Keeping Thursdays at 6 p.m. unless anybody has any objections or concerns. And every other month, so February, April, June, August, October, and December. December, I moved it right to the 8th instead of trying to do it on December 1st, because we always wind up moving that one anyhow.
I know.
That was smart.
Okay.
That's right.
Anybody have any questions or comments on those?
Edith,
Mm-hmm.
did you get the roll call from everybody who was present?
No.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you the people who are not here. Okay,
Kim's not here. Becky
Kim-
Jo's not
right, that's it.
here. 2 absences?
2 absences.
Oh, I thought I heard 3 names. Okay, fine.
Nope, just Kim and Becky. Just
I got
wanted- You can put it in the minutes.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything else? I guess this meeting is adjourned. You want-
Okay.